What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James, redemptionagency.com, 22 years selling full-time on eBay, and doing something a little different today, ain't I? Adrian's going out of town tonight, and I got up so early, I just shipped one item that had to be shipped, and then figured I would come down and do the 2 o'clock. But yeah, overnight, of course, was weird again when it comes to sales. Not feeling right, shut down, whatever you want to call it. Just janky. Today's been a little bit of consistency up until about 1 p.m. and then everything just kind of shut off at 1. We are at 2:30 right now. So a little over halfway through my day, $259. So that would indicate that we're going to push toward a $600 day. Yesterday was $659, whereas the day before was $720. So we'll see if we can get near there again. I don't have my other phone down here. I was going to... there's a calculator on here, right? Somewhere. I don't know. I never used a calculator on this computer. Calculator. Slow computer. It wants to take me online. I don't know. I was going to see what the whole month was last month for average per day. I know before the end of the month it was 700 and something. So I want to kind of see what that will compare to this month. So we're halfway through day 3. And compared to last month, it is saying we are down 9.2%, but that's not the rest of it. It doesn't include the rest of the day. So, but it's only 2.5 days in. I've been getting items ready for Friday's launch on my new schedule of launch everything on Friday. So let's see, number of items today. 19 items sold, 11 promoted, 8 organic. So as of right now, a better percentage mix than yesterday. Yesterday was 34 items sold, 23 promoted, 11 organic. So at least for now, anyway. See if there's any questions or comments to talk about while I ship. I'm so sorry to hear about your dog and not getting any rest. I would help if it does take the phonobadrial. Does he take the phonobadrial? I think that's what it is. I never have my glasses on when I look, so I just look for the make sure I'm getting the right dose. Either he was on that one, or he got switched to a different one, or vice versa. One of the two. He's on one of them. That name is familiar to me, but I don't know if that's what he was on and is on, or is on now. So, but yeah. I love your channel. Thank you. Oh, James, I had to belly laugh. I was clean and reorganizing as you were talking about this. I'm not sure what... I always forget what I talk about in the day before video. Sorry. Courtney looks irritated from Pee-wee. Like, Dad, get him off you. Let's see. James, did I need this today? I'm a people pleaser by nature, and I get pulled a lot by family, etc. to do what they want when they want. I just get pulled in a lot of different directions and can't find my happy place. Their life is different. Seat of the pants, spontaneous, and I'm more structured and a planner. I guess I am trying to practice the time discipline that you and other YouTuber influencers have experienced, lived through, and shared with your channel. I want to wish you a very blessed day, and thank you for sharing your emotional journey with us. Yeah, kind of just was kind of just, as I was working, like, what can this channel become, right? Like, obviously, I don't give the hype stuff that gets the views. I don't get the only positives and, oh, it's all butterflies and rainbows and you're going to make millions. I'm not blowing smoke up anyone's ass, so I don't get all those blown smoke views. People love to, I don't know, whatever they love. I don't know. But so I'm like, well, what can I do as I am entering this next journey of my life, if you will? And I just started thinking about just the comments that you guys would leave about how this or that helped you and you were appreciative and stuff. And I'm like, well, what if I can try to do that in a bigger form, not just with the fact that, just not in the reselling world. The reseller is just a fact of the matter, right? Like, not in a preachy way, but just kind of more of an experience way. Like maybe some stories from my past and why I think a certain way and ways to be hopeful and positive. I don't know. So I'm playing with that thought process right now. And we'll see, because whatever the channel is going into, it's going to be more of a positive, go-lucky, happy, and just no fear attitude, like I've always been. Like, I almost like to the fact where I'm tired of censoring myself when I want to say the word fuck. God damn it. If YouTube wants to monetize me for saying the F word, then who cares? So, more emotional, uplifting, let it out. Life is golden. You only get one chance at it. It can be hard. Here's my thoughts. Here's what I did. Kind of like the rainbow and butterflies, but with the reality, kind of the same way I do the reselling, I guess. And then just trying to dive deeper into the stuff I'm selling. Like if there's something that really, like, think a little harder on things to see if I can drum up a story or an emotion or something from an item I'm selling. So I'm trying to, just kind of positive mindset view and way. And then maybe if I can be creative somehow in that aspect, then I can just marketed the videos also to just people who want to hear positive things, or like to hear life stories. Like I've always said, if like every human on the planet could write an autobiography, I would probably read them, just because I love the fact that everybody's different. Everybody's walked a different path. Everybody, nobody's the same. And kind of like I said, that's one thing that pisses me off about today's state of everything, is where everybody wants to make everything the same. It's no. There's beauty in the uniqueness of everybody and their experiences and the steps that they taken to get to the point they are now in all aspects of everything. So think, I'm going to try to ball that up somehow and create something out of that. But more than likely, it'll just be a lot of talk at first until I can just vomit it and see if it flows into anything. Kind of like the way I always try to do things. So, great advice. So I did a little short today, this morning. Just first thing that popped in my head. So actually did a little video and then spliced it all together and then watched it. And I'm like, And then I dumped it. So just playing around with different thoughts and theories. Not theories, but thoughts and feelings and emotions and happiness and positivity. And the one shirt I had, somebody actually bought one yesterday, I think, from me. It says Naturally Optimistic, the shirts I had made up with a hiking guy on it. I think I still got a bunch of those in my store. So I'm like, what if I can channel that direction again? That mindset. Almost like a life is good, do what you love what you do type of thing. Why so many people can't find the road to happiness is that it's ultimately is a road of service to others and not themselves. A hard concept for a lot of people to come to and understand with. Yes, that's actually what my short was about, wasn't it? I had so much going through my mind today. I can't. Yeah, about not being selfish, or don't be scared to be selfish. Find your happy spot. Yes. Hi, James. I like selling hats. What do you ship them in? 8x6x4 box is what I ship them in. Good thing you mentioned about letting the ads play all the way through. Did not know that. Thought it would be the views you get and how long you play your show. So I now will let the ads play through. Yeah. How long somebody watches helps with the algorithm. The more people that watch, the longer then the video gets bumped. So it's about the amount of people and how long they watch helps the algorithm. The commercials help the paycheck. All right, let's do some shipping. Let's see. I think there was one I didn't go pull yet. I'll do that. Why is there two of those showing up? Did two of those sell? Let me refresh that just in case it's wrong. No, they did buy two. D60. I'll come back. So I won't ship that one since I got to pull the other one anyway. So one not pulled. Leave that and that. I thought there was one I didn't pull. I said I'll get it in a minute, get it later. Yeah, it was that one. A hat for going to Australia. You okay? He's just moving. Okay. Baby girl. Got to love the babies. And Adrian was going to ship tonight, but I figured if he's leaving tonight, I'll go ahead and at least get caught up for him, and he might only have a couple or so to list when he gets off at 5. So I'm not sure where he's going. I guess he's going up to see his girlfriend. She's going to school in Nebraska, I believe. I'm guessing that's where he's going. I don't know for sure. First up, Cavender's Boot City hat. That sold for $10, headed to Jefferson, Oregon. That's one place I still want to go, Oregon. Talk about positive and stuff, man. Just the pictures I see of Oregon are just beautiful. I'd love to. Can't wait till I get there. How about that? I will get there one day. Bill. I will get there one day. Next up, I had this for hire, but nobody's ever even offered me anything on it, so I just took an offer. And it's this Illinois Westland champion sweatshirt. Get it together, James. But the one thing to look for on these sweatshirts is the words reversible weave. So when it's a popular one, you're going to get a lot more money for them. At least you used to. I don't know how they're doing in today's world, but so I had it up for, I don't know, like $80 or something. Somebody sent me an offer for $40, so I took it. So that sold for $40. Headed to Bloomington, Illinois. I figured it's not a big, it's not like Oregon Ducks or anything, right? So they're going to be a smaller want for it, especially at a higher price. So I'll take the 40. Sure, I picked it up at the bins anyway. $110, and that's 15 by 13 by 4. And then Adrian offered to bring food home when he comes home. So I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to eat earlier in the day instead of like at 7 and 8 and 9 p.m., right? So I'll text him with something I want, and then he'll be surprised when he gets home and notice he doesn't really have to ship. So that means I should have some shipping videos this weekend. I'll probably do one Saturday, late Saturday. I might have a late night Saturday shipping video or something. Next up, Dax Riggs CD. Some local indie thing somewhere, somehow, some way. Sold for $6, Indianapolis, Indiana. So another $5.99 item. So if you watch my videos, you know what's going on there. So I'm keeping an eye on that to make sure that eBay's going to be worth doing it. And I was on Primo Chemo and Spam Banshees live today, and he was reading an article. I wish I remember so I could look it up and read it, actually. About eBay basically admitting their mistake and getting off of the high luxury items, stepping back and going back to what eBay is. So that is spectacular news for people like me and you, who's been hurting for the last year to 2 years with whatever the hell they were trying to do. And that could be an indication, too, of the uptick in just normal stuff again. So we got this Cardinals women's hat. Actually, girls. It's a youth hat. Sold for $9, headed to Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. So, I had talked before about what's going to make the CEO stop. Is he going to be so ego-driven that it's ride or die type of thing? And then I was made the statement that, that board members might get a hair up their butt because they're not getting paid what they probably should be getting paid, because eBay's growth is nowhere near what freaking seems like all the other websites are doing. They're losing, so many of their customers with what's been going on. And maybe the shareholders got a hold of them and basically ultimatum, you need to change this up or we're going to have to find somebody else. I'm not saying that's what happened, but my question is, was he smart enough to realize it, or was he pressured into it? Did he have the ego that I suspect most CEOs have? Or did he actually have the smarts and say, okay, we need to back off this. It's just not working. Let's go this direction. Or was he kind of a little bit pushed into that position? Either way, positive for us. Positive for eBay. Because when we're out here making videos and content and talking about eBay, it's going to affect people, period. Not just resellers watch eBay content, I'm sure, or reseller content. You're going to get a lot of buyers, too, who might type in, I was scammed on eBay, and then all of a sudden see all these eBay resellers making videos, and they're going to be influenced one way or another. So what better way to make sure everything's going right for your common everyday sellers? Because, the people selling luxury products, they're not making YouTube videos. Their word of mouth is not what sustains eBay. Our word of mouth is what sustains eBay's. Our listing on their platform is what sustains eBay. And with so many people who quit, move to other platforms, spread out their stuff to other platforms, that's all hitting eBay's bottom line. And then you throw in the fact that, you look at my channel for the last year and a half, there's more negative about the site than positive, right? That carries a lot of weight. It's a word of mouth. It's a word of mouth thing. Businesses are made and destroyed by word of mouth. A Gin Cass CD headed to St. Paul, Minnesota, sold for $5.99. There we go. So I would like to think this, what I'm about to say, but of course it's just speculation and maybe a biased ego statement. But maybe we, as in the eBay community on YouTube, had something to do with it. Maybe we were bigger than the CEO and his original process of where he was going with the site. Maybe we were bigger than that. Us together talking about it, discussing it, complaining about it, trying to figure it out. What the hell's going on? Maybe our voices, literally our voices and our words typing, actually push this change. It's possible. It is possible. I do know there was you two people who watched my videos, and I've heard plenty of other people say that they knew eBay was watching their videos. How I know is because I had a couple of responses to stuff that I say in the community posts. So if they're commenting on the community posts, they see the videos. I mean, I can barely see a community post from people I follow. I mean, they just kind of pop up out of the blue every once in a while. And so for having eBay respond to my community posts, they have to be seeing videos. eBay company is bigger than the CEO. eBay is a life of its own. Tennessee Volunteers Nike hat. Sold for $11, headed to North Carolina. eBay is its own living, breathing, money-making, life-changing machine that we all at one point was 100% yes about. And then all these changes started. And now all of a sudden, videos, negative, posts, negative, comments in Facebook groups, negative, all this negative feedback, reviews, it all rained down hard over quite a significant amount of time. That's going to affect things one way or another. Whether that's somebody within the eBay seeing it and going, hey, we need to wake up, or whether that's other people going, crap, I'm going to go to Poshmark and buy stuff. I'm going to go to Poshmark and sell stuff, and eBay's bottom line hurts. Either way, it has an impact. Maybe even both. Look, I've always been grateful for eBay, and always have been and always will be. And was holding out that their direction was not going to last very long. And I predicted it many times on these channels, on my videos, on what I felt was going to happen. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening. But I've always been like an ambassador, if you will, of eBay. I always talked eBay up. And I would say in the last 2 years, when people ask me, well, should I start with eBay or should I sell on eBay? I go, well, it depends on what you're selling. eBay's kind of a mess right now. You might want to check, if it's clothes, you might want to check Poshmark first. If it's toys or newer younger generation stuff, you might want to check Macari first. So it wasn't always yes eBay, where for the 20 years prior, that's what it was. Yes, eBay. Start with eBay. eBay's the way to go. You're still going to get your biggest audience on eBay. But when it came to what's been going on for the last year and a half, 2 years, and the problems, just because it's there don't mean it's going to sell anymore. Where before, the whole motto of eBay for me was, if you list it, it'll eventually sell. So hopefully we're going to be back to that soon. Staged Owls cassette. I might go listen to this album if it's on Spotify. I haven't listened to Staged Owls in a while. Sold for $5, headed to Hastings, Michigan. So I would say, everybody out there, from you guys commenting on videos to all the other video creators with YouTube, who's actually stood up and said something's not right in one form or another, give yourselves a pat on the back, because one way or another, it did have an effect. I can tell you, life was much better for me when I was singing eBay praises 100% of the time. I want that back. Next up, we've got the Outfield promo CD single. Sold for $5.40, which would be my $5.99 with the 10% off they used. Right? 60, yeah. Headed to Ohio. So yeah, give yourselves a pat on the back, because maybe this means our old eBay is coming back. Sure, we may still have to promote, but I'm getting the same results at 5 and 7 that I was getting at 15. Was that because my stuff was kind of suppressed more, even though I was running 15? I don't know. Don't need to speculate on that anymore. It don't matter, because it's working. That's going to Ohio. Why is it higher to go ground Ohio? Ohio's not that far away, right? Oh, it's 5. That's why it's not 4. Duh. Maybe in one way or another, we actually saved eBay. There's power in numbers. There's power in voices. There's power in not being divided in this country. And this could have been a nice little gathering, if you will, of the last year and a half, 2 years of us gathering saying, what the hell? Scorpions, Savage Amusement CD, sold for $5, headed to Liverpool, New York. Frank. Next up, we've got, are you ready for a CD line? Yeah. Bun B, King of the Thrill, 2 CDs. They bought them both. One, they sent an offer for 7. They sent the next offer for 6. I went ahead and accepted them both. Headed to Fort Worth, Texas. 'Cause I'm blind in Texas. The Lone Star is hot tonight. I'm blind in Texas. Paracilia or something like that is the name. Next up, a repeat buyer. I don't know why this person just don't come in and buy a bunch of stuff from me. They come in and they'll send me an offer for one cassette about once a week. Maybe that's all they can afford. I don't know. $4 headed to Brooklyn, New York. Living in New York, that might be all they can afford. New York, New York, it's an expensive town. I don't know the rest of the Huey Lewis song, and that's not. I was going to make up my own words, but yeah, I shouldn't be talking as much because my throat's still bothering me a little bit, but that's all right. Dun, 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 dun. Eli, give yourself a pat on the back. Cause we made a change and our eBay's back. Excuse me, David Cassidy, Rock Me. Baby, 8-track tape. Sold for $4.50, headed to Connecticut. Rock me, baby. Dun, dun, dun. Ginger. Next up, are you ready for a CD live? Yeah. We got Ska and Hi-Fi by the Scufflaws. And we got the Toasters. Each of them sold for $8.40 a piece. Headed to Staten Island, New York. Boom. New York, what you saying? You talking to me? If that offended you, please cancel me so I can become popular and get lots of views. We're going medium mayo. Jason. Waiting on Jason. Waiting on Jason. What? God, I can't remember how that song goes. It's been so long. The Zeros. Zeros had a song. Look up the Zeros and type in purple. Then you'll get the right Zeros. There's 2 different the Zeros out there. But if you type in purple, you'll probably get the right one. So they had this song. But we'd always make up our own words because this song, you really could make up your own words to it. So it's like, so you see, I'm standing here and I'm shipping on eBay and I'm picking up the CD and I'm getting ready to pack it up. And then I'm sitting here thinking, hey, I need a pina colada. Bang! Wanna pina colada. Bang! So they had a song called Pina Colada Bang. And they would just have these stories that led up to, I'm looking around here and I don't see any pina colada bangs. So me and my friends would always just, whenever we were in a situation, we would just start off, yeah, we're standing here in line, Jack in the Box, waiting to order. I think I'm gonna get me a few tacos, but this place really sucks because they don't have pina colada bangs. So we would just all do stuff like that. But maybe I need to start that up again. Best Kisser in the World CD. Sold for $5.99. Headed to Hawaii. Wanna pina colada bang. Wanna pina. I think you can find that song on YouTube if you want to hear it. Charlie. Pina colada bang. Next up, we've got Protein Ever Since I Was a Kid CD. Headed to Whitner, California. Sold for $5.99. Yay! The main thing I want to look at with these $5.99 is my piece count growing and is my money growing. Drop them back down to that. Hopefully with the eBay going back to the old way, hopefully the numbers will be going back to the old way soon. So, Scott. And lastly, we've got Gloria Stefan, Can't Stay Away From You and Let It Loose on 45. Sold for $7, headed to Arkansas, Alma, Arkansas. Wanna pina colada pie. You ready, girl? I'm ready. It's dinner time for you kids. You guys hungry? Pee-wee, you hungry? Want some food? Wanna pina colada pie. Pee-wee, want some food? Philip? Courtney wants some food. Courtney's hungry. Courtney's hungry. Yeah, exactly. You tell me. Tell me to get it. Tell me to get that food. Tell me to get that food. I just gotta wait and print this up. What are you doing? What? Why you nose bumping me? Why you nose bumping me? You nose bumping me? You nose bumping me? You nose bumping me? Pee-wee, come on. Let's go get some food. I didn't say scratch. I said come get some food. Pee-wee, come get some food. Here he comes. There he is, the Pee-wee. What's up? Fluffy face. What's up, fluffy scrunchy face? The kid's ready. I just gotta put these tags on here, and then we'll go get some food. Hook you up with some yum yums. Hook you up with some yum yums. Oh, yum yums. Hi, fluffy face. Hi, fluffy face. That might end up being his nickname. I seem to call him Fluffy Face a lot. Seems like it's always, when you pet him, his face scrunches up like a Saint Bernard, the fatter ones. But I'm gonna make sure I keep him skinny, not skinny, but healthy. How about that? Not overweight. So he won't have that scrunchy look, but you can make that scrunchy look by petting him. Oh, there he is. Look at that tail when he walks. And it's straight up in the air. It reminds me of like an old, like, I don't know, it was like Napoleon or something with the hats with the big old feathers on them. That's what it reminds me of. He's running around out front and that tail's just up in the air because he's on the smell. He's on the scent. All right. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out on this difference of a day. So I'll probably have some more shipping videos this weekend. And that is all. Time to feed the babies. So thanks everybody. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.